Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, as promised, we are going to learn how to nail exposure in photography each and every time. Before we do, let's set up our camera to use one of the most amazing tools we can to get perfect exposure every time, and that tool is the histogram. Okay, so on my Canon mirrorless R5 Mark II, the histogram is found under Shooting Info Display, which is located in the red menu, the very last page, the 9th page. If you click in there, you'll see Screen Info Settings. So you click that. Then you go over here to where it says Edit Screen. You click that. And now I can go down to this, which is the histogram display, choose it, and now it'll show up. Another thing you can do is go back, we click OK, and then go down to the histogram display, and you pick brightness and small. So now on your camera, it may be different. This is, again, with the Canon mirrorless cameras. You'll usually find this in the R series cameras. It'll be in the red menu. Yours may be different. You'll have to look at your camera's manual, go through your menu system. You should be able to find a histogram somewhere in there. Port Washington South Beach will be the location for our lesson today. There's a nice long tree trunk that washed up a few years ago that'll make a nice foreground subject matter to go along with the rolling hills vista and the beautiful lake shore in the background. Port Washington is located in southeast Wisconsin along the shore of Lake Michigan and is one of Wisconsin's most beautiful seaside port cities. With everything from its iconic, newly renovated Breakwater Lighthouse to its marina, downtown shops, parks, fishers, great bars and restaurants, and people, there's always something happening in Port Washington. Let's set up and get some great photos. Okay, so to get my exposure, you'll notice that my histogram here, if I move it to the left, by bringing down the exposure, it moves over to the left. If I move it to the right, it overexposes once it crosses that very far side of the right. So what I'll do normally is I'll go up here and then I'll make sure there's just a little bit of a gap between the exposure here and the right side of the histogram. Take a shot, see what it looks like. You can see my highlight alert is going off. It's blinking, meaning that all these areas that are turning black there are overexposing. So then what I'll do is I'll go more to the left, bringing down the exposure to 1/25th of a second down here. And we'll check it. And now I have just a little bit way off in the distance where that cloud is. So I'll use that shot. I can recover some of that, but not much. And then I'll take another shot by going down even one more click to 1/30th of a second at f11 ISO 100. Take that shot. And there you go. Now I've got no blinking going on and I'm exposed over to the right-hand side, not in the middle. Now, a lot of people say, well, if you look at your meter down here, it shows that we're overexposed, but we're not really. What this meter is measuring is your light metering source. So it's taking everything into account, everything in this photo, and it's saying, well, you could be overexposed, but you're really not. That's why I use the histogram always when I expose, and I expose to the right, and then I back it off. And that's it. It's that simple. So here's the shot that we came up with, and then I'm going to take a couple more. I'm going to take some at another angle, and I'll show you those as well. Now that we've got our exposures, let's head to the edit studio and check them out. Okay, so here we are in the edit studio. We have our photo up that we did the tutorial with. And if you look here, this is the raw image. We have no clipping whatsoever. And way over here in the whites area of the histogram, our histogram in Lightroom has the 5 areas that you see in most cameras. You have your blacks, your shadows, your exposure, your highlights, and then your whites, all the way from total darkness down here to pure white up here. Now, you'll notice there's no clipping. We're almost to the right. We're in the whites area a little bit, not much. But you'll notice if I do my highlights, or to highlight the clipping, we have none whatsoever. So the image, I also made a copy of this raw, and then I did a quick edit on it. And here it is. And you can see we have no clipping. If I bring up our clipping, nothing shows up. And if you look at our areas now, we have some area in the blacks, in the shadows, especially in the exposure. Then in the highlights we have some, and we have like almost none in the whites. So that's why I expose by exposing to the right or doing ETTR. It's really helpful. And if you look at this image, especially like back here, when we did the tutorial, we mentioned that we had some clipping in this cloud when we brought down our exposure. Well, that's all gone because we did our adjustment in camera and took this shot at, let's bring up our things here, at 1/30th of a second, and that got rid of that clipping. So the image turned out beautiful. So if we go and look at any of these others, we have no clipping. This is when the fog rolled in. You can see it up here in the hills. This fog was rolling in and out. It was quite spectacular. And I always like to try and get some fog in my photos if I can. So I did take several other shots. You can see the fog rolling in and out with the waves. And here it's kind of clearing up. And then it got to the point where it was almost cleared up. And then we took our shot here. And of course I straightened this one because it was crooked a little bit. Same here with the edit. Then I did some other angles. And of course you see up here, we have no clipping at all. So that's why I prefer it. It's a good system to use. Now, there are some caveats with that. When this fog was rolling in, I think it was just right afterward, you can see it's coming in here. I decided to unmount the camera from the tripod and take some photos of the sun coming up over the lake. Now this is a raw image. You can see I clipped here. In fact, I have my clip, you can see right there where the sun is, in the middle here. So you will get clipping if you have a situation like this where you have a lot of dark areas and then a super bright area in the middle. However, if you look, and here's an edit of that same photo, I straightened it, there's no more clipping. That's because I used the highlights here and I brought that way down, because if you go to where it was normally, of course, our clipping comes back. Not so much, but it does because I also brought down my whites. Now if I go here, you'll see it's even more, but it's not that much. So I was able to recover quite a lot there. So we'll go back to that, and so there it is. So now you have this other photo where we captured the sun with the clouds, and especially this fog in the middle here. all the way across. And if we move onward to our photos afterward, of course, almost all the way to the right on this one, and yet no clipping. Same here. I did some verticals. You'll see a guy coming up with a dog here pretty soon as he's walking up. And here's the raw of that one. And I also did a quick edit on that. Not much in the edit. I didn't adjust the colors at all. I just simply did where you could see the sky a little more in here. So yeah, when you expose to the right, you get it. Like I always say, if you expose to the right, you'll get it right. So there you go. And here's our photo and our final edit. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons below.